Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today our topic is difference between a resume and a CV. In some job advertisements you will find that they demand for a resume, and for some positions they ask for a CV. So what is the difference? Today in this presentation, we will be defining both, and then we will talk about the differences between a CV and a resume. And then we will have examples of a CV and a resume. Let's first look at a CV. What is a CV? CV stands from curriculum vitae. Curriculum vitae comes from the Latin language and means course of life, whereas resume comes from the French language and means summary. But both are written to apply for a job. Now, what is the difference between their length? A CV is longer than a resume and has a comprehensive overview of professional and academic achievements. It may have several pages, whereas a resume is usually concise, providing a summary of relevant professional and academic achievements. So you're not going to write all your achievements, but you're going to only select the ones that are relevant to the position for which you are applying. The length is according to the years of experience, of course. However, it may be 1 or 2 pages long, and it doesn't go beyond that. Why do you write a CV? A CV is useful to apply for fellowships, grants, postdoctoral positions, and teaching or research positions. So you write a CV for these positions specifically. They are also useful for international job applications. A CV has details of all the qualifications, right? So it includes everything, all your skills and experiences, including research publications and other achievements. So whatever you have done throughout your life, academic and professional life, and your work life, you write all that in the CV. So that is why a CV is much more detailed than a resume. A resume is usually tailored to the job requirement. So if you're applying for this job, so you will only choose a particular kind of experiences that you had in this field. If you're applying it as for a teaching job, so you will write the relevant experiences and qualifications only. And if you're applying for an academic coordinator, for example, so you will select those areas, those qualifications, as well as those experiences that are relevant to this position. So you will tailor your resume according to the position you are applying for, right? So a resume is usually tailored to the job requirement and is written to highlight the most relevant qualifications and skills and experiences. The basic structure of a CV, what sections can it have? So the header will have your name, address, phone number, email, and other contact information, so that if they want to write back to you, so they have access to that information. Then you will write the professional summary, a short statement summarizing your experience, your skills, and career goals. Then education, information about your educational background, including degrees earned, published work, institutions attended, and relevant coursework. So whatever education you have acquired, you're going to mention that. Then work experience, a detailed description of your past and current employment, including job titles, dates of employment, and key responsibilities and achievements will also be mentioned in 2 to 3 sentences. So this is how you arrange your information. Finally, you will have skills, an overview of skills relevant to the job opening. It can include awards that you have acquired, achievements. It can also include the memberships professional memberships of different institutions, different groups. If you have any, you're going to mention that. So this is the format of a CV. Then the resume. In the resume also you will have the header. So your name, address, phone number, and email will be mentioned there. Then you will have a professional summary or objective statement, a brief statement summarizing your career goals. What do you want to achieve in life, in your career, and highlighting your related skills and experience. This paragraph can also be used to explain gaps between experiences. So you were working for 2 years, and then there is 3 years gap, and then you worked again. So what is the reason? Why did you not work anywhere for those 3 years? Then you are going to write your work experience first. Instead of your education in CV, you write your education first. Here you write your work experience first. A list of relevant previous jobs and work experience, usually in reverse chronological order. Chronological order is the time order, starting with your most recent job. Then your education, your educational background, including your degrees, your school names, and the graduation, the dates. So this will be your education section. And then also you will include skills. This will be a list of suitable skills for the specific job you're applying for. So you're not going to write all the skills, you just write the skills that you think are related to the position that you are applying for. So here's a summary. You can see that a CV has a header and then professional summary, education, work experience, and skills, whereas resume also have the header. It also has the header and professional summary, objective statements, then work experience, education, and skills. So they have the same structure. Only you can see over here that education is mentioned first and work experience is mentioned later in a CV, whereas in resume you mention the work experience first and you mention the education later. Now let's see how a CV is written first. So you will mention your name, you can see the address is mentioned, the city is mentioned, the cell phone is mentioned, and the email address is mentioned. So this is complete. This is your header. Then you mention the education, the final that is in progress or you have finished. So in the reverse chronological order, you will write your education. Then your professional experience. So whatever experience you have had, this also will be in reverse chronological order. And whatever experience that is relevant to the position that you are in CV, you actually write everything. You are not going to choose and select. You just give everything in a CV. Then whatever professional activities you have been involved in, and then membership. So this will show what knowledge you have, what skills you have, and of course that is why you have membership of these places, and plus the academic awards, right? So academic awards, so you're going to mention all that, right? So this completes your CV, and you can see that it has all the details of your skills, of your qualifications, and your professional, academic, and professional qualifications. Now let's see how a resume is written. In the resume, you can see that there are 2 columns, so that its length is not too long. So you can use 2 columns. We have the header where we have all the details, what position you're applying for, and then your objective, and then the address, and your cell phone and the email address, right? So all that is on the top. Then you have your experience. Experience is mentioned first in the resume. Along with the experience, you have the skills, because these are the skills that are relevant to the experience that you are showcasing, right? So the experience continues, then your awards and your languages, right? So languages are relevant to this position because you're applying for content writing or designer, I think. Let me see. Yes, you want to apply as a content director, so you need to know more than one languages. That is a plus. So that is why you mentioned the languages and the awards, if any, and that completes your experience section. And then finally, the education that you have acquired, right? So this is the structure of a resume, and you can see that this is what we have included in the resume and the CV, right? So this presentation has explained the difference between the resume and the CV, and it has also shared examples of one CV and one resume. What you can do is that you can open the example section, and then you can follow the examples and write your own resume as well as your CV. That's all for today. Jazakallah. See you again with another video. Allah Hafiz.